In this video, we'll see what are the assignment operators which are legal in C programming language and how to use them. First of all, the definition of assignment operators. One thing, the assignment operators are binary. It means they require two operators, two quantities, one each on both the sides of the binary operator. So this is the definition. A variable, it means placeholder. This is also variable, so these two variables must be of same type and their names must also be same. This can be any binary operator, okay, which can be applied, and this can be any expression which evaluates to the same type of value as this variable. If this is the case, then we can replace this statement by this. It means that variable name space the binary operator which we talked about here, then this original assignment operator. So this becomes an assignment operator followed by the expression. Okay. Also note that the data types of var, that is a variable and expression, must be identical, and binary operator, this bin op which I have written here, must be legal to apply. It means it should not happen that here the var is of type float and here we have applied integer. We know that the binary operator, suppose example is left shift operator, so it does not apply to floating point number. Okay, so it is our responsibility to make use of binary operator carefully. Now here are the assignment operators. The first one is the simple assignment. So if int x semicolon x equal to 5 semicolon, and this is true, you can write two statements or more than one statement in same line, but here for an example I have written more than one statement in each line to explain. So what should be the value of x? X would be 5, no problem. Here you can see here plus equal to, so float f equal to 5.3 semicolon, then this is 5.3 is of type real number, floating point number, f is of type float here, so this can be written as f plus equal to 1.2 semicolon. Then what would be the value? 6.5. Similarly, here it is integer x equal to 0, so x minus equal to 3. It means the current value of x, which is 0 here, minus 3 would be subtracted from it, so the result is expected to be minus 3. Similarly, star equal to, here remember it is / equal to, it is floating point number variable, but the value assigned is integer. It doesn't matter because in C++ the integers, all integers are treated as floating point numbers also, and internally their values are stored as a floating point number. So this 5, though it appears to be integer, internally it will be stored as a floating point number. And / equal to 2 point I have intentionally written just to emphasize that it is to be treated as a real division. So 5 divided by 2 point, that is 2.5, so it will be 2.5. Similarly, here it is an integer x percent equal to the mod operator, sometimes we call it, so result would be x divided by 2 and whatever is the remainder that will be assigned to x. So new value of x would be 1, and mod operator applies to integer. Similarly, this is bitwise end, so x end equal to 2, so it will compute the bitwise AND of x, current value of x, which is 5 and 2, and the result will be assigned to x itself. So new value of x would be 0 in this case. Similarly, bitwise OR assignment. So current value of x is 5. Suppose I have reinitialized it, and OR 2, it is 7. Here this is bitwise exclusive OR, again the value is going to be 7. Now here x equal to 5, x shifted towards left hand side 2-bit positions, so it will be multiplied by 4, so it is x equal to 20. The value of x would be 20. Here it is right shift, so value would be 1. Okay. So I have written a small program to demonstrate the usage. Let us see. On the right hand side, I have written a program. Though I could have written 2 statements, simple statement in one line, even more than 2 statements. Just for clarity, I have written each statement in its own line. So it is going below the one screen full of display. On the left hand side, let me execute it. You can see here, value of x printed here is 5, which is here. Okay. Now value of float is f equal to 5.3, f plus equal to 1.2. So it means it has to be 6.5. But since it is floating point number, in previous videos I have already told you in one of the videos that by default C programming language prints 6 places after decimal point, 6 digits after decimal point. So though the value is 6.5, but it is printed like 6.5 and 5 zeros. Next one is x equal to 0, x minus 3, it will be printed value minus 3, which is here. Next one is again a floating point number, but is multiplied by 2. So its result would be this one, 10.6. Now you can see here, again 6 digits after the decimal point. Here it is not the integer division, floating point division, real division. So its value would be, you can say 2.5, again 6 digits after decimal point. Here 5 divided by 2, remainder would be 1. So this is 1. Okay. Now x into bitwise end, you can calculate, you would verify, you can verify that it would be 0. And this is, you can say 7 corresponding to this. And corresponding to this, this is bitwise exclusive OR. So this would be this one. You can see here. Okay. And this would be, you can say, what should it be? It should be 20, isn't it? So this is 20. Okay. Now let me scroll this a bit. Right side, I should scroll it so that I can see it. Yeah, so 20 we have already seen. So 20 was in case of this. So printf, this was 20. Now you can see here, this would be 1, so it is 1. So the last statement I have written intentionally, that we need not to write this statement on separate line. I could have written it here also. Similarly, this here also, but we can write it in place inside the parenthesis of printf statement itself, which I have already done here. So x equal to 5, printf %d\n x plus equal to 2. I can write it here itself, because what would happen? X plus 2 would be computed, and that value would be assigned to x, and that value comes here. It replaces this statement here. So it would print the same value, which you can see here, 7, isn't it? So this is the way we can make use of various arithmetic operators which are present in C programming language. That is all in this video. Thanks for watching.